Alright, let's check. Oh, the music I'm going to be using in this stream is going to be Riverside, Your City Gave Me Asthma. So, the future of this channel, I'm going to be moving to Twitch because, well, I can't make that excuse anymore. Let me check if before I talk, I want to check if the music's too loud or not. I use my phone to check if my streams are good.
I hate to see you leaving. Fate worse than dying.
Alright, after checking it,
You see, gave me asthma.
there we go. That should be good. Alright, so
Fucking leaving.
okay. Sorry about
And your water gave me cancer. The pavement hurt my feelings.
I don't think it's the right one. Oh man, this stream's gonna be fun. Yeah, I think 60. Yeah, 60? That's the default. I'm gonna have to search up the default settings. Yeah, I'm searching default FOV 70 news. I was messing with that. Like this. Alright, so for the future of this channel, I'm not really, the videos I make, I use like free editing apps and stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest, like I don't even use my PC for I don't even use my PC for editing my videos because there's just so much stuff to do when you edit videos. That's why I've been switching my content to streaming. And you know, making videos is hard, man. It's difficult. So the stream thing's working out, yeah, but like see, the reason why I've been streaming here, or is the only reason, is that on Twitch you can't have VODs, and I want my VODs, right? So okay. I want my VODs because I think VODs are cool. You know, you can just watch it and everything. But with Twitch, it's like your VODs only last, I think, 14 days. 7 days. I think it's 14 if you have Prime. So that's why I didn't use Twitch for streaming. But I'm, you know, while talking to Lachlan, you guys know who Lachlan is. But while talking to him, we were discussing like all the channels and everything, you know, because he has his own channel too. It's a little loggy, and he stopped uploading videos because of the same reason I did, is just because we did the simplest of videos. We just like did B-Hub surfing because that was like the closest thing to CS:GO surfing, and I don't want to do CS:GO surfing. It looked cool when Leafy did it, but I can't pull it off. I don't know how he does it. But yeah, we just did Bhop with like a few music in the background, and I'm pretty sure the first video on my channel wasn't Bhop, but it was edited on my Xbox. So that was just the reason why you see a lot of like advanced stuff on my first video is because it was just on Upload Studios, and I don't think there's Upload Studios for PC, and if there is, I'd probably use it, but it's very limited. So what I want to do for the remainder of this channel is I'm going to be moving to Twitch. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm going to leave this channel and delete it or anything. It's going to mean that I'm going to be streaming on Twitch a lot more. And I will occasionally upload like highlights, or maybe, you know, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to upload highlights for a long time. But when I do, it's probably just because I had free time. The main reason I didn't, chatbots. Okay. The main reason I didn't upload as many videos as I used to when I was, well, I didn't upload that many in the first place. The reason I didn't upload that many, or I haven't been uploading, or streaming, is because school. And it's just like there wasn't many good streams. Because I used to just do streams of me and Lachlan playing, but you know, we've been just doing other things. And I've also been just playing Minecraft, but I play Minecraft in class, and I don't feel like streaming in class, because that's good to be really bad. I'm good, but I'm not that good where I can stream in class. So my plan is just, I'm gonna stream on Twitch. Occasionally I'll upload highlights, or if I'm feeling really bold and have lots of free time, I'll just upload a video or highlights of it. So it's gonna be the remainder of this channel. I wanted to do the YouTube thing, but making videos is a lot harder than it looks, especially when you don't know anything about editing and everything. Like, the most I do with my videos is just like apps on my phone. Like my League of Legends video, that was the only video I did on my PC. And that one had a giant watermark, and I don't like watermarks in videos. Because it's just so bad. I'll leave it. The only reason I posted that one is because it'd be such a waste to just like leave that there and not do anything with it. That's why I left that one video up. But yeah, so many editing softwares. The only good ones you have to like pay for monthly, and I don't think I'm gonna be paying for editing software monthly. Mostly because it's like I'm not getting monetized for these. I'll be honest, half of my videos, actually almost all of them, are like copyrighted because I didn't know anything about like. Alright, but yeah, it's hard to find a video editing software that will like give you good things that will also not give you a watermark. I hate watermarks. They're just and I didn't realize for the League of Legends video, I was really into League of Legends, and I still play League of Legends, but I was like, okay, you know, I'll upload a video of League of Legends. So I spent like a good week or two working on that video, And I didn't notice until I had everything done, all my effects and everything, all my editing, that there would be a watermark uh, on that video. So I was like, oh, that sucks, that sucks. And it did suck, but I was like, I could just scrap this whole thing and have like weeks wasted, or I could just post it. And I said, you might as well post. Might as well post. So I posted it, and yeah, it wasn't the best, but you know, it's better than just like, leaving it there. My ego video was another one of those videos where it's just like, actually I think, yeah, it was a video that I edited on my phone, and god, that video was one of my favorite videos, because I watch a lot of Tuxford, so those kind of videos were like really funny to me. And those, I wanted to upload the second part, but the second part, it wasn't as good as the first part. And I wasn't, at the time I found it hilarious, and I was so ready to upload it. But like, that was because it was like 1 in the morning, and I find everything hilarious in 1 in the morning. And another thing that I was really good at was the minor SMP. The minor SMP was supposed to be one of the biggest things on this channel, but we did everything on that we wanted to. We all kind of got bored of it. I built my giant Gura statue, which was, god, that took so long. I have a copy of the world, but I'm pretty sure I canceled my subscription on Realms because we just weren't using it. Because the plan was, let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yeah, I was just checking it. Not really. So the plan was that Sophia, alright, the one that got introduced, the newest member of the SMP, she was really bad. Yeah, you know, she was like pretty bad at Minecraft. And I made a rule because, oh crap. she was really bad, and the reason why she was bad was probably because she didn't play as much as we did. I haven't told you guys the story and how we had this whole thing. Well, I'll tell you the story once I finish this one. But basically what happened is Lachlan was really wanted to beat the Ender Dragon and everything. He's like, let's do it. Like, no, I want to drag this on, you know. So once we had a world once, and it was with a lot of people. A lot of people's like 4, no 5. It was more than 2. So we had that world, and what happened was that me and Lachlan, we were the gamers. You know, we were the Phils of Minecraft. We beat the Ender Dragon, and the world just ended. It was such a big world, and we did a lot on it, but it just ended as soon as we beat the dragon because no one found interest in it. So we just left the world. I want to say that he has a copy of the world, but I doubt he does. But yeah, that's the reason why I was like, okay, I want to drag her on a little bit. So I made a rule is that, okay, so, sure, we can beat the Ender Dragon, but only when Sophia gets full netherite. He's like, okay, fine. and that was the plan. But and the reason it was planned is because we only played on the weekends, or she only played on the weekends. Right? I would play not on the weekends. I would build massive things, and it would just extend the time of the run. That's what I wanted out of it. But we just never came back to the round because there's one, I think it was like, I forgot, it was one day where we just stopped playing. And then I was like, okay, it's one day. Let's so then it's like next weekend. I hit him up, I was like, hey, who's gonna play? And nobody responded. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And I did the same thing for I did the same thing for 2 months, I'm pretty sure, and there was no response. So I'm like, okay, I guess. And while there was no response from her, there was also me and Lachlan, we did play, but we didn't get Sophia on the realm, so we couldn't beat the Ender Dragon. And I guess we just got tired of building everything. Or I wanted to build a giant castle, but even for me that was just because I had a castle in the sky, and I had this whole thing planned out. It was like I built this giant castle and everything. But it didn't work. It didn't work out because it was just too complicated. So then we just continually forgot about the minor SMP, which I wish it went on for a little bit longer, but I understand why it died, because there was nothing really exciting to do when there's only 2 people on the server at all times. Alright, so now that we have... let's get the Dexers. Now that we have that done, another thing is, crap. Another thing is, when I was announcing that the new members, there was 2 that were supposed to do. They were supposed to come, but let's see. What did I call her? Yeah, what did I call them? I think Dwayne Johnson. I forgot. But anyways, we'll call it member 2. So member 2, they just didn't play with us. They were playing us for a good while, but then something happened and they just didn't want to play with us. I was like, oh, alright, I guess they're just not gonna join. So yeah, that's why you don't see another member in here. Is because we don't. The one that was supposed to join just didn't join because they didn't play, and that's fine. That's fine with me. But yeah, that's what happened with it. Now, I guess I'll tell you how this all started. Okay. So this. So, I haven't really told you guys how. Where is that? So, with the group that I have, well, alright, this is gonna be a story time. So, originally, in our group, there was, I want to say like five of us, right? And our group, well, I couldn't even call it our group because I joined in. Alright, so here, I'll start from the beginning, right? It was, lockdown just started, and I was bored, so I hopped on some Minecraft, you know, and let it do anything. But it was quarantine just started, and I was bored. I wasn't like, oh, I miss my friends. It was more of like, oh, I'm bored. What do I do? So I did what any person did, and I hopped in some Minecraft. So I hopped on Minecraft, and I saw my friends list. There was a world. Now I don't remember who I joined off of, but I joined off of someone, and I thought, I'm going to destroy this world. I'm gonna be the villain. I'm gonna destroy everything here. So then I joined, and then member 2, right? Member 2 was like, oh, you're here. Hello. And they had a whole call going on, and I'm like, alright, I guess I'm going into this call. And I went to the call, and I said, hey. And there was, I think, 5 people there. 5 people non-including. And then they're like, oh, you joined. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, we've had this group for like 2 weeks or something like that. I don't know. It was like, they've had this group for a good amount of time. And I'm like, alright. And yeah, I kid you not, as soon as I joined, everything started going downhill. Alright, so when I joined, alright, oh god damn it. I can't do that. Oh, I'm stuck, aren't I? I'm stuck. Dang it, I'm stuck. Alright. I'm stuck. Unless... Oh, I'm stuck. I'm definitely stuck. But yeah, I guess I'm just have to. But when I joined, right, everything just went bad, right? Everything went bad. So I joined, and I'm just, you know, they're all showing me stuff and everything. It's like, hey, this is our house, you know, this is our TikTok house, you know. We have our fancy mansion. We have a fancy mansion. Okay, cool. You have your house and everything. It's like, Laughlin built this one, you know. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And they're like introducing me to everything, and then like, as they're introducing me to everything, I'm just stealing their stuff. And they're like, oh, you know, check this out, you know. This is our bathroom or something. I don't know what they were showing me. I was just looking through the chest and grabbing some valuables, and I stuffed it under dirt. And I know I stuffed like at least 6 blocks of iron under like a little piece of dirt, and I know where it is because I put a poppy on that piece of dirt. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's so good. That's just I'm so interested. Tell me more. You know. And they're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just so, and they were just like showing off their house and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, that's so cool. And no, I'm not really a builder myself, alright? I used a lot of tutorials in Nevermind and RSP. I only use tutorials, actually. If I try to build something, I will start from a tutorial. because the buildings I do is just like squares. I have been using rectangles and squares for the longest time, or I just hollow out a cave. And in that world, I decided, hey, I'm gonna live in a cave. So then I lived in a cave and I made it really secret. Alright? No one knew I lived in there. But somebody found my cave. And they didn't like me. Alright? I'm gonna call them, we'll call them Catherine. Yeah, we'll call him a Catherine. Yeah. She was definitely a Catherine, and she did not like me. Alright, I don't know what was it. Maybe it was the fact that I was mean to everyone on the world. But yeah, and she put signs saying, yeah, this is this guy's base. I'm like, well, why? Why would you do this? And then everyone started coming to my base. I'm like, okay, it's not that secret anymore. Okay. So, there's no secrecy on my base. And I'm like, oh, God, and it was like, oh, okay, fine, you know, that's fine. I didn't want my privacy anyways. Sure. And, you know, I played on that. I was like, this all happened one day. And then the next day, they they gave me a schedule. Like, remember to like, alright, so these are the times we play. We play all the time on these times, alright? You got that? I guess I'm in. And it's like, yeah. So I got in, and then it was 8:30 every time, 8:30 on the weekends, because they don't play on the weekdays because they are yes. And yeah, like, okay, fine, weekends and everything. So the second day I'm in, alright, I'm gonna work on this thing. I'm gonna steal from more people. Alright, my goal, stealing. Alright, we can't rival them, alright? We have to take their things and then we're gonna burn it, or we're gonna use it to kill them. Whatever one comes first. This was a bad idea. This was a very bad idea. And you know, as I'm just casually taking people's things, another person, no, not another person. Somebody, we'll call them Matthew. Yeah, we'll call him Matthew. Actually, no, I'm easy. Hold on, we'll call him, let's see. We'll call him Krillin. Yeah, we'll call him Krillin. Yeah. So Krillin, okay. Now he's not a good builder like I am, but Krillin isn't a good builder. So he built out of netherrack because that's the easiest, you know, block to get. Because he had like a wooden pickaxe, and there was another portal, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna build a giant netherrack house, and it's one block. It's like, I think it was like 10 blocks in the sky, and it was just this rectangle of netherrack. And then Lachlan's like, this doesn't look great. No, it looks crap. It looks disgusting. Take it down. And he's like, no, it's my house. And then Lachlan's just like, no, it's not your house anymore. And he blew up the house. And all of this while I'm just trying to take people's things. And I hear this like, what happened to my house? And then he was crying, And then I was I was laughing, and then he's like, "What did you do to my house?" And then it's like, it was crap, and it was disgusting. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it. All right. And this angered Krillin so much that he was just filled with rage. That he was just like, oh, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna blow up his house. Now, here's the thing about blowing up Lachlan's house. They all share a house. So if you blew up one person's house, it would be the entire house that got blown up. So there's no like, oh, you know, I'm gonna blow up this guy's house, but only this guy. No, you either blow up all of them or blow up none of them. Oh, shoot. I don't know what killed me. But he went... he went, because Lachlan lives on the top of... It was built like an apartment. It was built a lot like an apartment. And he was on top, alright? He had the top floor. And then he had all these things, and you could tell that he was the one carrying the team. Because he had the nether portal and everything up in there. He had like iron and stuff like that. While everyone else had like their customized rooms, and he had his out of like quartz, while everyone else had out of those of like wood and everything. And while we were doing that, or while I was stealing stuff, I hear an explosion from the top floor, and then I look up, and then the ceiling is missing. I'm like, and if the ceiling is missing, and this is like an apartment, that whole room is gone. The whole room is just gone. And Lachlan was just like, what the hell? Who did this? And then and then Krillin was like, this is for blowing up my house, and he was like, yours was ugly, but mine was actually good. And I'm just taking things, and I'm hearing all of this, and it was just so funny. And mind you, he's still crying at this point. Krillin is still just crying at this point. He's just like, oh, my house, this is what you get for blowing up my house. And I should probably get out of it. Wait, what? I have 10 or more. But and then he left and never came back. So that's already one member down, right? That's one member down. So, and then he was like, we all just like, whoa, he's a crybaby, you know? He's a thing. Who say, as they say. Oh crap. No, it's just and and after that incident, everyone, I don't know if we started a new world or not, but I'm pretty sure we did, and we were on equal footing, and I was gonna dominate that world, alright? That world was gonna be mine. But, I'm pretty sure that there was a, yeah, there was, what do we call her? Catherine's house, alright? Catherine's house, alright? And was it underground? Probably. But we flooded, me and Lon flooded her house. We flooded her house, alright? And it was so funny. And then she was like, why? We're like, haha, funny, funny, you know, you got trollolo. And buy some food. I need steak. And that wasn't the thing that got her kicked, right? But she's like, you guys are so mean. We were the meanest, right? I'll admit, like, we were pretty mean. We were pretty mean. I'm not even gonna say we had a good reason. No, we were just mean to be mean, and it was pretty funny. So we were like, loser. And there's like, oh god, these barbarians, these Trilligans, you know. And then, but she passed it off, you know. She was like, whatever, man. I don't even care, anyways. But later on, we were playing, and then she had the idea, I'm gonna show you guys my sister's Barbie doll. And we're like, sure. I don't know why, but sure. And she thought it was funny, but her sister started crying. And then her mom came in, and it was hilarious, because once her mom came in, she was talking to people. It was like, Barbie dolls are just, you know, they're fine. People play with them. You even used to play with them, right, Ombu? And then I'm just like, actually, I play with Ken dolls. You know, I'm just such. I play with Ken dolls. I actually, you know, I love Hunky Ken. You know, best man. And I was obviously joking. Not really. Actually, no. But it's like, yeah, you know. It's like, you play with dolls, and like, yeah, I have my figures. And oh my god. With said figures, I mean, with that conversation, you know, we had Sophia, who was just like, cause she was, oh yeah, she was the nicest one of the group, and we hated that. I don't like that she was the nicest one. Like, you gotta stop being so nice. you gotta be mean for a change. He was like, oh, but she later gave up that because she was really mean to us and others. But that's besides the point. And you know, we didn't hear from her because I think she got grounded. I'm like 90% sure that Catherine got grounded. So that's another one. Another one bites the dust, as they say. And woohoo. And we didn't hear from her for a while. She quit playing. I'm like honest, like, and we just was like, okay, so what's left of us? We've got number 2, we've got Sophia, we've got Lachlan, and we got me. All right, and that's who we had. And we're like, okay, this is fine. And we'll do. And this is when we had the big world, right? The world where most things happen. Oh, Lachlan is online. Alright. I'll ask him if he wants to join the Oh. Let me join. Okay, so apparently I wasn't prepared for the Discord. Okay. should I leave this game? Sure. I'll leave the game. Sure. Alright. I wasn't prepared. Okay. I wasn't prepared for him to hop on. So I don't have my thing to. How am I gonna balance that? Okay, I'm gonna have to do the same thing.
Sushi.
Oh, I'm not done.
Sorry.
I'm gonna
Boring.
fix my stream settings so I wasn't expecting. Oh wait, hold on. I think I see my chat. Wait, I don't have. Oh yeah, I don't have my audio, my chat thing. I forgot. All my settings were reset, guys. So I forgot that I didn't have my chat box. What's on my chat? Very good. Hey, let me join. I need to justify myself. I need to just. Oh, okay. He needs to justify himself because he wants to. Alright, I'm gonna get Discord up and running. What's up? Hello.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
What's up? I didn't expect you to hop on.
Dude, I was that. I need to justify myself from
Do you
that
need to
story.
justify yourself for blowing up Krillin's house?
Yeah, Krillin here. Alright, so first let me explain. We had, like you said, a pretty big apartment type building, and I was what some might call the mob boss of that server. I basically controlled it. I had all the diamonds I ever needed. I had everything I could have wanted: an enchantment table, a nether portal, a full like storage system that was completely organized. I was set. Also,
We're
what
on the
server?
hive.
Alright. I was, as some would say, I was ballin' on that server. I was minding my own business, and anyone wanted to go to the nether, they would pay me, and they would have to pay me, depending on how much they got on that server, right? So, like, I was set. So, there I was, just minding my own business, and I had stuff to do. I was getting more diamonds because I'm that much of a jabroni.
Did you just call yourself a brony?
And
Alright.
a jabroni. And and I'm having a great time. I basically own the world. And here I'm making some deals with people. And here I see Krillin.
I don't wanna do anything, so I'm not gonna mention it.
Yeah. He's running into the nether with a wooden pickaxe and trying to get as much netherrack, soul sand, and magma block as he can, which really annoyed me because that basically ruined my whole monopoly. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I was the only one with any of that, so I could sell it to him. So I was fuming. I was like, "You're ruining my whole business idea." So I was killing him, right? And then before I know it, he has a house set up from all the stuff he stole from me. Right? So not only did he ruin my monopoly, he completely ruined like my view because I was on the top floor.
I like how
Kevin said.
you came in to justify yourself, but it's like, yeah, I wasn't like, oh, this is ugly. No, I'm the mob boss and I control everything.
No, I could pay someone to do whatever I wanted. I mean, they're a little incompetent, but I could still do it if I wanted to.
Battling Technoblade and Technoblade Drip, or as I call him, the Drip Blade.
Okay. Yeah, but I was I was mad, and I think it's
That
understandable.
you got mad because you were a mob
Right.
boss and no one was listening to you.
I'm fucking leaving.
No, I got mad. I got mad because I had control of the server, right? And he goes and takes that all away from me. And then not only does he do that, which is it still makes me angry to this day.
It sounds like
But
someone's
he
baby
also
raging.
I'm not salty at all.
Of course.
But yeah, like he built this huge ugly house, and it was like a bubble elevator and then like a platform, and it was disgusting, as Gavin said. And Gavin had just joined like the day before, and so Gavin was just trying to get his bearings by like what everyone would do when they just earn a
I
world.
steal things. Yeah.
Steal.
Yeah.
Stealing, of course, yeah.
Let's steal. We steal.
Yeah, like everyone should do.
Stealing is good for the soul.
Yeah, so he was stealing, and I went up and I was trying to break down so that people didn't get some of the netherrack and ruin my window. Because people even want the netherrack as just like a quick and easy building block, you know? Like it's just useful to have. And so I was just trying to save myself from that problem. And I'm like, alright, this is gonna take too long. He's gonna notice, and then he's going to, like, try and stop me. So, what I did, I went back up to my base, and the top floor, and you know what I see? I see one Ambu Musubi taking from my chest.
I wasn't slick, alright?
Yeah, you weren't slick, but at the time I didn't care. All I needed was gunpowder and sand, which I had because I was rich.
Yeah, you gotta restrict those.
So, I do. You
tried my
tried
best,
your best.
and I didn't expect you to come back so soon.
So, and I respect the hustle. So, yeah, you were there, but I didn't really care because I knew you wouldn't steal stuff like
I'm stealing
diamonds or
iron.
anything. You'd probably
Yeah, I
just
steal
steal
iron.
like some iron.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's annoying. So you were doing that. I was fine with it. It's like a charity at this point. So I go over with I had like a stack of TNT. I blew the whole thing up.
Yeah.
As people who will never have intercourse would say, I blew it sky high.
I've had so much intercourse.
That's how you would say it. So I destroyed it completely. It was gone off the face of the earth. And what did I have? Say it with me. Monopoly and a
bad
good view as
reputation.
well. A bad reputation, but I didn't care as long as I was rich on Minecraft.
This is what I'm talking about. We were just the
Or as some would
dicks
say,
of the server. We were honestly the dicks of the server.
we were the sweats. We did whatever we could, whether it's bad or whether it's genius.
We were like Jesus.
I think I was a genius. We were like Jesus. Hopefully we don't get banned.
We
on
weren't like
YouTube for
Jesus.
saying
We
that.
weren't like.
It's fine.
I'm
It's fine, we're
moving
moving
this way.
to
Yeah,
Twitch.
yeah.
Alright, so I blew it up, and like I because of that whole incident, I had to leave one of my customers. So once that whole thing happened, what do? You go back to your customer, right? if you're a businessman, you'd know that.
Because you're a businessman, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. So I went back. I was dealing with the problems, selling some quartz, doing my thing, and after a hard day's work, I come back to store all of my cash money, and you know what I see?
Funny.
All of my chests were gone. They were all destroyed, and there was a hole in the
Well,
floor.
there's a pretty big hole.
So, not only that, he broke my enchantment table, and there's a fire.
He also killed your bird.
He killed. Oh yeah, I had a lot of parrots.
I think a majority of them died.
No, not just a majority, all of them.
Yeah.
Like anything. Oh.
Vulcan, you just got killed by Technoblade.
I know. I'm not that mad. So, yeah, everything I had worked so hard for was destroyed.
That's so you can start a new game.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little butthurt. And at the time, I wasn't very good. But what's worse about that, we were playing for we would start at 8:30 on Fridays, Saturdays. And we'd play for until 11. So I didn't have the time to build up the everything that I had, start from square one. I mean, I could now, but I was
You
just
weren't
not
as good.
No.
Well, Glenn, I'm gonna
So,
be honest. You were
that
kind
was
of
it.
living the life, dude. You had a monopoly. You shared a house with 2 women. Actually, 3. Yeah, 3 with 3? 2. 3 women.
And it was all taken away by Krillin.
He just never played again.
You can't. And you know what? You know what you do when something gets you as down bad as that?
Drugs? Not drugs. Not.
No. Not on YouTube.
Yeah. To Twitch.
What you do is...
Yeah,
are
I've
you
been dead for a long time.
Oh. What you do is you start a new world and then start the monopoly over. And that's what we did. With Gavin's to start from the beginning.
I was finally on equal ground with everybody. And I didn't have to steal.
He stopped cave dwelling. And do you know what you do when you want to start a monopoly again? You want to be the businessman of the world. Do you know what the first thing you do is to establish
Blame the
dominance?
women.
God,
God,
not
I'm
on
really bad
YouTube.
at this.
Yeah. You build a castle.
Yours was like a
and
playground
that's
castle.
Exactly what I did. No,
It was a
big
playground.
castle. It
Right,
was.
guys, it was a playground castle. It wasn't like a castle like what you're thinking. It was a castle think of a castle that you'd see at a kid's play set or a playground. That's the one.
It
he
was
had.
It was
It was
huge.
more wide
it
than
was
tall.
Powerful. And that's how I was going to assert my dominance. And I did. And everything was good. And when customers wouldn't agree to the deals, or they wouldn't pay their taxes, like one of them did. What was her name?
What
did you make her name?
Catherine.
Catherine here. She wouldn't pay her taxes. And you know what any good businessman does when your client doesn't pay taxes, right? You burn their house down.
I just got
And
house back
you
here.
know how yours.
Continue.
You know what you do when like obviously you're gonna feel bad. She had like a cave house. It was shameful. Right? It was sad. So it wasn't that much of a loss. It wasn't even flammable. It was just the fact that like there's lava.
Didn't we
everywhere.
flood her house with water though? Or did we flood her house with lava and water?
And then
Yes, I don't know what I'll fucking do.
all right, I'm just gonna say her name. So
Yeah,
Sophia,
she said she's cool with it.
she was a little butthurt too. She was like, oh, but Catherine is my friend.
We don't have those
What do
around
we
here.
do? And it's like, and yeah, we don't do friends here.
We do business partners.
We own friends. We own business partners. We are gods, or more so me, Gavin. You're kind of a
That's scrappy.
scrappy. Yeah. Be completely honest. Your business, like I can't knock the hustle, but your business was you running around and taking everyone's iron and then selling it back to them.
Would you like to sell this iron I stole from you?
Yeah. So he did that, but I made everyone pay tax. I was like a god. Once more had what's that one? God has giveth and God will taketh away. That's probably right. So I was once more. They also say this in the Bible. I was once more bawling, and I was up there and like back to the story. Catherine, Catherine here, her so-called friend wasn't too happy about the whole burning housey.
Damn it! Alright.
So what better to do than to clear it all the lava? So we poured water on it, and we basically lava casted her whole house, her cave house. So like, there's like you could barely walk around in it. There's obsidian too. It was sad, but it was funny, and that's all that matters.
This
in the
is
end.
this was one of the things that made her leave.
And yeah, oh yeah, it wasn't, and we can't say why she left on YouTube because
I already explained it to them. Yeah,
Oh, you did?
I told them that I love Hunky Ken.
No, it wasn't that. That wasn't why
Wasn't
she
it?
left.
Cause she got grounded.
No.
Are
No,
you sure?
I'm sure. And I can't say it on YouTube.
Alright.
I will explain it to you
Yeah.
later. And so yeah, we kind of destroyed her well-being, and that was the end for her until later period, which we can't talk about. So yeah, and then basically one night we were all playing, and we decided, all right, today's our big day, right? We're going to the end. Don't use that, Gavin.
Oh, I'm gone.
Alright, so we decided today's our big day. We're gonna beat the Ender Dragon. And one by one, everyone started leaving.
No, we all left
Right.
at once.
And at the end, it was the true gamers. You know who those people are? You guessed it, me and Gavin.
But my crappy
Um,
Xbox couldn't do it. I was playing on Xbox this time.
But yeah, his Xbox couldn't join my
it
world.
Was terrible.
So he left.
I disconnected.
And I was like, I've devoted I've devoted way too much time into this now.
Jojo!
I'm beating the Ender Dragon. So that's what I did. And I beat the Ender Dragon, and that same night, I got an Elytra. And I was the king
like
of
5
the world.
seconds.
Yeah, until the
Until
world
the world
stops.
stops. This is Brenton lesson. You can't be the king of the world if there is no world.
That is, yeah. I didn't know that there's gonna be a moral to the story.
There was no
but
moral.
I guess there
That
is.
is just a good fact to know.
Alright. Yep, so that's where it all ended. And we all went our separate ways, but I will always be remembered as that one guy, as the ruthless business owner who would do anything for a hard day's work, but more importantly, a hard day's paycheck.
You've left out so much of the story that I was gonna talk about. That's not where it all ended. You also missed out the part where you made a kid cry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Before
I'm a
he
business
skips
owner, not
everything,
I'm a-
alright? Everything that would slander him, he skips. So
I
so
don't
what
know you're
happened?
talking about.
So what happened was Sophia's sister, or not sister. Well, yeah, sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sister. It was a male.
I knew it was a male.
But we'll just
Lipstick.
it was a sister. Wink wink.
Okay, I'm dead. They doubled me first. So so Sophia's sister, or okay, fine, brother joined, alright, and he was a big Fortnite man, you know. He loved his Fortnites. I would do the default dance with him sometimes. I would orange justice with him. I would orange justice
Fortnite.
with him. I would get those victory royales. And go to Loot Lake with him.
Those #1
Exactly.
victory royales.
And you know, he was playing Minecraft. You know, he was a schemy little man, alright? He was a very little man. He wasn't as big as me and Lachlan.
Oh my god. I just remembered it.
He
So here, I think I'll carry on with the story here. So, what's a good way to show your dominance? Put like all your sets of armor and good stuff on armor stands, and everyone would come and look at your house, and they'd just see how rich you were, how incredibly rich
easy
you
would
were.
have been to steal your stuff.
And that's the thing. She went and stole my stuff. And as a business owner, I wasn't too happy about that. And
No way.
nor should I
You
be.
weren't happy about a kid stealing your stuff?
So
I got the best weapon in the game.
there's keep inventory on because I complain about it. And what did I do? I'll tell you.
Yeah, cheats.
I turned keep inventory off. Stay with me here. And I massacred him in front of all his friends and family. But anyways, after that I had the sword that
You're
he
really
took from me,
just like
and
not showing the whole.
all the other stuff to teach him not to steal from me. He had all this good stuff on him, like an idiot. But to teach him not to steal from me, I trapped him in an obsidian box, and I burnt all of his stuff in front of him.
I think he just didn't like you.
And he never stole from me again, mainly because he cried and he would never play with us again. But I really proved the point, and you can't
You
deny
left
that.
out the part that was most exciting. Alright, I'm gonna tell you the exciting parts of this, because he doesn't like. So
What was the exciting
there
part?
was this plan, right? He had Sophia's little brother. He had this plan, right? It was the sister.
Sister.
All right. The plan was simple. All right. But his plan was to steal Lachlan's gear and just run away with it. But
But
yeah,
I'm
but
not
Lachlan
for that.
didn't like his stuff being stolen or touched. Your good
No, my
stuff,
good stuff being
you know,
stolen.
or being didn't like his good stuff being touched or stolen. So what he did was that he named his armor. And then, yeah,
I did that.
you named your armor, which was so dumb. You used experience points to name your armor instead of enchanting it. And
No, they were all enchanted. It was only 1 point, and that was another way to show how incredibly rich I was.
you want pants? Diamond pants.
Yes,
And
please.
he had named everything. He had named his armor and everything. Thank you. And
Can I get
they
this
were
down,
right there.
pants?
At that spawn.
Yeah.
And what happened was, Lachlan saw him. He saw him just like running around the server and everything. He's like, "Hey, that set of armor looks familiar." And he's like, and then
It did.
which he responded, "No, it doesn't. I don't know what you're talking about."
Mm-hmm. He did
And
respond
then
with
Lachlan's,
that.
"I could taste a liar." And then he licks him. Oh.
I did say that, and I did do that. Mhm.
And in Minecraft,
In
you did lick
Minecraft.
him in Minecraft, yes. And what Lachlan did, he turned keep inventory off, and then he started killing him. And the whole time,
In front of his friends and family.
there was almost sure,
I'm dead.
and
His friends
Yes.
and family were there.
and what happened was that every time Lachlan, yeah, I'm dead.
Are you
Every
dead?
time Lachlan hit him, right, with his sword, his sword, he would scream, and then he would scream stop. And then once he finally died, he's like, "Oh, is this my armor?" And then he had no words. He just had no words.
Don't forget where I burned the rest of his
Yeah.
stuff in front of everyone, and when he couldn't do anything about it.
That,
That
part,
part
was
was
funny,
funny.
but that didn't end. Alright, I think you forgot, but that wasn't where he logged off. We had.
Oh, I
you-
burnt down his
Yeah,
treehouse.
I guess you did that. I don't remember that. But we were in the end, right?
Oh.
And Lachlan had this way of getting into the end. It was, you know, do the boat thing or whatever. And then just like, boat thing. Okay, we'll do the boat thing.
Into the
Yeah,
end
gateway.
gateway, by the way.
And it was like, oh, you know, do this. It's really simple. And then me and Sophia's little brother were having trouble with it. And then I did it. He's like, oh, this is taking forever. Hate this. We do it simpler or something like that. And what happened was he finally got there and he got some stuff. But then he got, I think you pushed him off, I'm pretty sure. You pushed him off.
Oh, I
Yeah,
broke the block.
And then
under
he
him.
screams like, no, no, no. And we were just laughing. It's like,
Was keeping my
no, you
inventory
forgot to turn it
still on?
off. It was off for like a good while, and then he. Maybe you could lure him to the edge. Okay. And he died, and that's when he just he lost it. He lost it, and he started bawling his eyes out. And then we all called him a crybaby because that's what. Yeah, and
Oh, baby
we all
rage.
called him a crybaby. That didn't help. That didn't help him at all. And he just left, and that was it. That was the more action-packed story. And besides him, besides Lachlan being a businessman.
Oh, Don't. I was a
Yeah,
businessman.
businessman.
Through and through.
businessman.
If you call me a criminal, I was not a criminal. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Also, he had a house, right? That I kind of once he left. What better to do than steal everything from it?
Because you just see, you know what you do when you see a house that's just unarmed.
Cause he left. He wasn't
Yeah.
gonna do anything with it. Also, this is his new house after I burned
He had
down
a
his old
secret
house
tunnel
for being.
that I found on a whim, and then
Yeah, Gavin, you helped me burn it down. I
the
think
secret tunnel one or the original one.
the original, the treehouse.
I would take act in such arson.
Cause we burnt down the tree and then it went on to
Yeah,
the
it
what's
just
it
kept
called?
going. It just kept going.
That's what she said.
Alright. So yeah. You looted his house. Both of them.
Both of them.
And he stole everybody's iron. All the iron that we've collected was slowly sapped from us. We had
This kid was also the definition of a brat.
he gave his mom. He took.
We didn't
Yeah.
want to play with him.
I'm
is the
pretty sure
thing.
he actually took his mom's credit
it
card
was
to buy
because-
books. Yeah, I think Sophia
Did he
told
really?
me about that. And I was laughing.
That's sad.
I think you're giving Fortnite kids a bad rep.
Yeah, I am. Fortnite kids are awesome. They're the most
I thought you
humble
were gonna say
community.
for a second. But yeah.
Yeah. So we were doing great.
You were amazing. You were doing amazing. And
Yeah, that kid was annoying.
so yeah. And then now it's down to what was it? Just the four of us, right? It's back to just the four of us. Member
How
two
it should be.
and Sophia, me, and Lachlan.
Oh, don't forget Eustace
Wait.
Eustace was like a sailor. And
Oh, I forgot about
one of them.
Oh, not racist.
Yeah, try and say this in the most respectful way possible.
What is this? We'll call her Maddie. Maddie, not
Melody?
Melody. Melody is my favorite VTuber. I mean, V-Shoujo VTuber. Alright. Just so fast. So, yeah, we'll call her Maddie. So, continue, Lachlan.
Yeah, so Gavin used to swear like a sailor,
Sailor.
if you didn't know. So no one wore
Because headphones weren't a thing, apparently, to them.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't a thing. Who doesn't wear headphones though? Right? Like, that's a thing. I thought everyone wore headphones all the time, but I guess not. So, they didn't wear headphones because who knew they existed? No one. And, you know, who knew there was such thing as staying in your bedroom? Because not only do you wear no headphones, because they didn't exist at the time, of
We
course.
weren't in that stage of technology.
You call on in the
living room,
right?
and you have the volume all the way turned up.
and they heard Gavin's swearing problem.
You.
And I don't think they're mad about that. I think they're mad about all like the 69 jokes.
I made a lot of penis jokes. I don't
He did.
I don't do it much.
That was-
I mean, the whole writing. I don't do it that often anymore.
He'll laugh if you say Uranus.
That is not true, and this is slander.
Uranus. Okay.
Yeah, but so alright, I'll have to justify myself. I found that very funny. Alright, I found a lot of crude things very funny on Midnight. Yes, such
Crude.
as Sailor game. Yes. Oh. And because I found it so funny, and you know, I'd use it not as like every other word, I'd use it comedically. But sometimes I'd use it every other word.
Yeah, Gavin really was the type to baby rage.
I wasn't raging. It was more of just like you're just the worst, right? You're like God, sorry, get my own. And they didn't like that I was making so many jokes about stuff. And I thought
About so many unfriendly
we
things.
joked about the Holocaust. And World War
We
II.
did. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. YouTube's great.
We did not. We did not. We did not joke. I can't wait for this to be dug up. We did not joke about Holocaust or Nazis.
Or Anne Frank. How living in the closet wasn't that bad. We didn't at all. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Back to the story. Yeah.
Yeah, back to the story, because nothing. There's no point in talking about something that was never talked about
Yes.
before.
Oh yes. Okay. So, what was her name? Maddie's parents didn't like me a lot. It was like, oh, that child. He just says the word penis so much. Oh. So then she's just like, yeah, I can't play anymore because he says the word penis way too much. And then and that's when I'm like, okay, what happened to headphones? I questioned the whole group.
Yeah.
What happened to headphones and why are you guys not wearing them? And why of all places they decide to play is you play in the living room.
If you're not gonna use headphones, you could have the courtesy to like be in your
There was one person,
bedroom at
no, two
least.
people who actually followed it. It was you and Sophia. So you and Sophia were the only ones who would just call in the room. Everyone else would just decide to not to just have everything full volume, right? And in the living room. Which I would understand if it was like a console or a PC. Because, you know, my PC's in my living room right now, but I wear headphones. That's why I can't.
Yeah.
Actually, I can say penis a lot, but other things I can't do. But yeah, you know. So. So, that's why. I don't understand, because I questioned the whole group. We had a group chat, and I'm like, what is headphones to you guys, and why don't you use them? Do you guys own a pair? I know you guys own a pair. Like, in fact, use your school headphones. Yeah, and there was like, oh, and then I'm like, oh god, this is so bad. But then it wasn't that bad where I'd be like, god, you guys are just the worst, I'm leaving. But
No, yes it
yeah,
was.
this wasn't.
You did
that's
leave.
not. Yeah, that wasn't the thing I needed to leave. So after that, you know, I thought everyone got the memo. Wear headphones, all right? If you don't want me saying penis and vagina. They still didn't wear headphones. they refused. They refused to wear headphones. For whatever reason, they refused to wear headphones still. Even though they were well aware that I didn't have any filter.
Yeah, you didn't.
And I get another message. I get a message from member 2 saying, "Hey, you know, maybe cut it back a little because my parents say don't say penis too much because I don't like it." And then, yeah,
I don't like it. I
yeah,
don't want it. Yuck.
I don't want any of that
Yucky.
penis language in my household. And then
Yeah, I don't want any of that in my living room.
alright,
It's like,
you don't want-
okay. You should go in your living room.
Yeah. And I'm just
Alright.
like, alright, I'm done. You know, this is too much. You guys, I've talked to you guys about headphones. You guys don't use it, right? And I'm leaving. So I made this whole video. I might share the video on my YouTube channel. I might post the video. But I still have it. And I made this video. It was just like, hey, I'm gonna leave the group because no one has heard of headphones. No. And then I said, gee, what was it?
Actually, don't share the video as the stupid.
Oh yeah. I said, GG, well played, because I was really into Leaf this year. Oh god, that guy was amazing. And you know, as you know, I was like, okay, I'm going, you know, I'm gonna play some Minecraft on my own, because like it wasn't that bad.
I'm gonna become a lone wolf.
I've become a I'm gonna become a lone wolf, Dad. I'm gonna be a edgy boy, an e-boy as they say. And
E stands for edgy.
I really hope it stands for edgy. And by the way, I don't have my chat box on, so if anyone's typing anything, I don't have.
Wait, are you sure you don't want to set
yeah.
up?
Okay, my thing got reset because I was like detaching from Twitch, but I'm like, oh, I have to go back to YouTube so I can actually say I'm going to Twitch. It's no, you know. And alright, so this is what happened. Alright, I started up my video, people looked at it, and then I think a few minutes later, Lachlan's like, yeah, I don't like this anymore. I'm going to.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to edit at the time. So yeah, like mine isn't. Like,
It wasn't as cool?
but like.
You could have just.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, Gavin and I only started really becoming friends after Sophia and number 2 stopped showing up, and it just ended up being me and him talking for like 4
Yeah.
hours, because we were the cool kids without
Exactly.
the bedtimes.
Everyone else had a bedtime. But for some reason, Sophia doesn't have a bedtime anymore.
Word. Dude, can't wait for her grandparents to die.
Oh, I'll tell that story next time.
Yeah.
You so Lachlan's like, hey, I'm going, and then it was just the two of them, Sophia and member 2. So they're just like, guys, you guys are the thing that's holding us together. You can't leave. It's like, and we were like,
What's stopping
you know,
me?
maybe I am going to. you can't leave. It's like, maybe I am. And then they're just,
Yeah.
you don't understand, this is, and I was like, and I brought up the point, it was like, you guys were fine without me for a good 2 weeks. I think you guys can, you know, sort things out and build a community,
No, dude, it wasn't for 2 weeks. It was like
5 months.
5
Yeah,
months.
you guys were good without me for like 5 months. I think you guys could reform this thing. They're like, no, you don't understand. You guys are only friends. We don't talk to anybody else.
No, yeah, I forgot to bring up. I was like the whole reason the thing started, because I just noticed that they're in a world, and I was like, dude, you're living in a cave right now. I'm not saying that anything's wrong with that, but you're living in a cave, and
You
it's
were like
one
the
hallway.
Christopher Columbus. You just evicted everyone.
Yeah, I evicted everyone, and then I found better lands.
In a way, we both arrived in that group at the same time, or not the same time, in the same way. In the same way, we both saw that someone was playing, and we just joined the world. But we joined it.
I thought I was gonna ruin
Yeah,
everything,
that's
too.
my whole point.
But then I was like,
You
I
pitied them too
pitied
much.
them.
That was my goal. My goal for that world was just, you guys are gonna get absolutely destroyed, mentally, physically.
The world needs a villainer.
Someone needs to be the villain. And we joined and everything, and that's how it started, right? But we weren't the founders, but we were just the carries, right? We were the reason they kept going. But anyways, they were like, "Oh, don't leave, please. You guys are the anchors of this whole thing. You guys are, the bosses, you know." And he was like, "No, I'm leaving because you guys haven't heard of headphones." And then, because I wasn't gonna go back, I had in my mindset I'm not gonna go back. But it wasn't until I get a message in class from member 2 saying I yelled at my parents because I told them they're the reason why they're leaving. And I'm just like, why? That what? And then just like, you're leaving and everything. I'm like, the whole point was that I don't get noticed and I don't get put on the radar of more parents. And then she messaged me again. She's like, yeah, Sophia did the same thing too. Oh, and I said to Walker, you've got a problem, all right? We did that.
Yeah, that was either the moment where we came back, or we just like forgot about everyone and did our own thing.
We've got a situation here, and it's not good.
A situation.
And it's actually very terrible. They've told their parents, and we are either gonna get a really angry email saying their child yelled at them because we left, or they're or we're gonna get a very long talk to, and no one likes a talking to.
No one does like a talking to.
This was last year, and we were in 6th grade, so it was like, oh god, alright, so we evaluated our options, alright, so we were like, we can either shut them up by going back, or we commit. I was really close to committing, but I thought of, I think there would be a lot less backlash if they just stopped yelling at their parents because we left. Yeah. And then Lachlan's like, yeah, I think you're right. And he also went back. And they're like, oh, you came back. And they're like, we hate you. We hate you.
Oh yeah, we had like a 3-hour discussion on like what we should do. It was like, at this time, we had spent over like 80 hours like talking to each other. We were homies at this time. Like, we were good friends, close friends. And Jesus Christ, I never wanted to be in a situation more. Or I never wanted to be in a situation more.
And we had a talk with them. It's like, if we have one more complaint from another parent, we're out. That will be the last shot. And they were like that, and I guess that clicked for them. And there was no more text about them complaining. Mostly because I lowered it down a bit, right? I controlled myself a bit.
Yay.
Alright.
Toned it down.
And that was it for a good while. All right, that was it for a good while. Now, Auckland, I'm gonna I'll mention something that you can't add on to this at all. All right.
Mm,
Yeah. So me and number two were really good friends. All right, we were buddies. All right. So then
oh,
we were good buds, and I decided, hey, you know, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And then they got super mad. It's just like, why not? It's just like, you know, I just don't want to, right? And I'm like, why I didn't. But and that she got really mad over it. Understandably, but also in context of what Lachlan knows, it wasn't really understandable. But basically, she was like, "No, you're gonna be my friend," and then I'm like, "I'm like, no, I'm good.
she was.
I was
basically
getting mugged,
mugging
dude. I was getting
for
mugged, and I
friendship.
wasn't feeling good. Right?
Usually you are
I would
feeling good when
usually
you
be
get mugged up.
ecstatic when I'm getting mugged. I would actually help them. I'll be like, you gotta position the gun a little bit more to my forehead, you know. And
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this is I'm not feeling good, and this is not a good situation. So it's just like, how about not do that? And then it's like, no.
All right.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm killing your brother.
And I'm not drugging you guys. No, that's all. I'm trying to make it so that yeah, it was just a no. It was just a no, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, one of the reasons why he cut off the friendship was because she really spammed him.
All right,
like
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, so I would get requests to talk because she was a very talkative person, and I was a person of many things. All right, I was a very busy man. I was playing
Oh,
Halo
and-
with the boys. All right, I was watching
Okay.
YouTubers.
Also, Sophia was a very close friend, and if Gavin never responded, she would get Sophia to
Hey guys,
respond.
I'm not gonna lie. Hey,
And then
I'll tell
it
you. I was at my grandparents', right? And I was just eating dinner, all right? We had some tamales, right? And it was just great, you know. Now I'm like,
Gavin's
not
Mexican.
Mexican, stupid. All right. I'm not Mexican. So,
He's eating the food of his people. You probably haven't heard about it. It's called taco.
you're just a. So I was eating some tamales, and then I was gonna go and watch some VTubers on my phone. All right, I was gonna watch a Gargura stream, and then I look at my.
I'm not calling you a chode, but you're a chode.
I'm not calling you a chode. If you are a chode. But I was gonna go and hop on and watch some a stream of a VTuber, and then I looked at my phone and said, "Hey Lachlan, guess what?" And I looked at my phone and I see 200 messages.
Gavin wasn't very popular, so that was a lot for him.
And it wasn't like, oh, it's a group chat, everyone's talking to it. It was from one person, and it was Mamitsu. And I'm just like, oh. And you know what? The worst part about that was, even on silent mode, my phone would vibrate. So my phone would just keep vibrating, dude. It would just keep vibrating. It would vibrate on the bed, and it was just.
Yeah, Gavin was a big fan.
And then I had done sometimes, you know, my parents were like, pick up your phone, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put my phone not on silent, and then I would just get my ringtone, right? It would just do that for like a good 15 minutes. Would just be that ringtone ding, all right? It's true.
What
My
was your
ringtone at the
ringtone
time was Kuro Sensei laughing from Assassination Classroom. And yeah, I remember
Ah.
my auntie. She walked into my room once, and that was one of the times when a member two was spamming me. And then she's like, she ran out of the room and she's like, "Is everything okay in your room?" And I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I heard something in your room." Like, what did you hear? And she's like, "Something was laughing at me." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" And then
Wait, give me 1 second.
he wasn't a mod boss, guys. He was actually a very fun. I was the boss of the world tonight. Alright,
Alright.
so she was like, "Something was laughing at me," and I look at I go into my room, and I hear it. I'm like, "That's my ringtone," and I see another 200 sets of messages, and I'm just like, "Ah." Yeah,
That's all you said.
It wasn't a great moment, alright? It wasn't my best moment. And then
And who do you
it
think
was
it was
from member 2. It was also from Sophia because she's like, you know, answer member 2 because I'm
Yeah.
best friends. Yeah, they were
Buddy
buds,
buddies.
but you know, I'm gonna give you guys some advice. Don't help your buds do drugs. Actually,
Hmm.
don't do bad things with your buds.
Don't have
I got a
friends.
message and I don't know if it's from YouTube or not. Okay, someone just emailed me something when I said don't do drugs, so I hope it's not. I'll check it out then.
Who-
And she would just spam me too, and I'm just like, oh. And then it came to the point where my parents were like, "Who is texting you that much where your ringtone is like looping, like it can't even finish, right? It would just repeat." And I'm just like, it's just like it's a group chat, it's a group chat. And they're like, huh? And they didn't find out until my phone was charging, and I had my phone charging, right, and it wasn't in my room because we were at the dining table, and I left my phone in the charging station, which was like in the kitchen, and I was eating my delicious pizza from Mountain Mike's. It was so crispy and delicious.
Ew. Okay.
Alright,
I didn't know you were sponsored.
I'm not sponsored, but I'm just saying, I always get all meat. But
You
Yeah.
say you always get all meat. Anchovies?
fish doesn't count it. Well, fish does count as meat in my eyes, but they don't count it as meat in everyone else's eyes for some reason. And
Well, at least you have a good opinion about
yeah.
meat.
So
We're mature.
So I was eating my pizza and everything, and then my mom went in the kitchen to grab something. I think it was like a drink or something. I don't know. And then she's like, "All right." And she looked at my phone and was like, "You have." She's like,
What
"You
the
have
hell?
200 text messages from member 2." I was like, "Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I do have 200 text messages from member 2." And it's like, "Why?" And I'm just like, I'll be honest, I don't know what to tell you.
Relationship.
I don't know what to tell you. And he was like, "Okay."
Give me 1 sec.
Alright.
Keep going on.
He was like, "Okay." I'm just like, that's what I told you. It's like, that's when I told number 2. It's like, "Oh god, dude, you gotta stop doing that, because that's very annoying to me and to most people who look at my phone, you know, because that's just a ding, or it's my phone vibrating." and what number 2 replied with was, "Alright, fine." Yeah, and then I thought that was the end of it, but it turned out it wasn't. You know, number 2's
Hey.
definition of fine was instead of sending 700, instead of sending 200 it was a good 700, or not 700, 130. I'm just like, this isn't okay either. It's like, well, maybe if you answered me, I wouldn't have to send me. I have other things to do. I'm playing Halo with the boys, alright? I'm watching streams, alright? And I've got so much to do and everything, you know, and we had this whole argument of how, like, you really need to stop doing this or I'm gonna block you. And then, and then and I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Hello?
I'm just like, oh,
Okay.
please stop. More aggressive, but that was the gist of it. I was just like, don't do that, please. And they didn't stop, so that led up to the point where I'm like, alright, I don't want to be friends with you. And then that's when it all happened. I'm not gonna lie, I got scared when member 2 said no. Right, she's like, no. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I peed a little, right? I pissed my pants. But, so...
Dude, the moment she
yeah,
said no,
I pissed my pants. Not out of depression, but I pissed out of fear, alright? That was a fear piss, alright? That's like...
that was like the type of piss where she was like, I'm gonna eat your brother,
yeah,
sort of thing. Like,
that's the
like
fear
take
when
a
you,
bite
when
out
you,
of his
when
head,
a
his big
6-foot
old
white
noggin.
man comes up to you, in New York,
White man.
and then ask you for if you wanted to support child support, and you have to just.
If you wanted child.
Look, all I'm saying was it was a very terrifying time. And you might be thinking, you're scared of a woman,
No,
and I'm just like, you would be too if you experienced the things I had, alright? I couldn't play Halo with the boys. I couldn't eat, alright? I couldn't go to dinner without my phone constantly off, like turned all the way off.
It seemed like that was all she did at that point.
It did, alright, and it was.
Like she was at dinner time. She was at like
Yeah.
in the morning. Like I remember one day, I had like this whole plan to go to a pumpkin patch with Gavin was one of the people who was supposed to come. So was number 2 and Sophia. It was gonna be pretty
We're the
chill.
only, I was the only one that came.
But yeah, no, Sophia was at grandparents. Ooh, who would have
If
guessed?
he,
Also, I'm sorry if you're watching it, but I'm not. So, number 2 was busy with something, probably volleyball. But here's the thing: the second Gavin was at the place, the pumpkin patch, she was spamming his phone.
I mean, the second we got there, I set foot on that pumpkin patch and I felt my phone vibrate. Right?
And also, I have really bad motion sickness.
The whole car ride, you
So
were
I
just
was
saying, I'm
sitting
gonna
down on
throw
the
up.
floor. And fun fact, when we were dropping him off back at his house, I threw up on his neighbor's lawn.
Yeah, we don't like the neighbors, please. I don't. You know what? None of my neighbors are watching. They don't. They would have filed the Nate's complaint a long time ago.
No, he watched me do it. He was like, "Oh,
He
you
watched
alright?"
you throw up on his lawn, and he just.
You could tell. You could see the anger coming out of his eyes. His peepers. Yeah, he was butthurt, dude. He was like, my lawn. He's like, my lawn. God damn it. These damn kids always on my lawn.
Yeah.
So
that was
a
gamer
gamer moment.
But yeah, I got my phone spammed and I'm like, oh god, oh no. And Lachlan, he's like, hey. And he's like, hey, what? Hey, he's like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm just like, oh god, even worse. And
Yeah, so
And,
Kevin asked me, he was like, dude, what do I do? And I was like, give me your phone and I can stop this whole thing with one text
Did you type
message.
penis? I'm pretty sure you
He's
typed
like-
penis. What did you type?
No, worse. So he was like, please don't say anything
And
too
like
bad.
you get.
And you know what I said?
forgot what you said.
I typed, I love you. And I sent it, and she saw it, and she just stopped texting. And that was the moment I realized that I did a good thing.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, I remember that now.
That was a great moment.
That wasn't a great moment. That wasn't a great moment. It was everything but a great moment. All right. It
was
was
a
not a
gamer
gamer
moment.
moment. All right, that was somewhere I'm like, oh, you know, I was thinking to myself, I could deal with this right now, but no, I'm gonna go and play in the pumpkin patch, and I'm gonna like, be a British. Yeah.
There was a corn maze, and we were yelling at people with
Oh
Australian
yeah, I
accents.
think it.
And we were,
You better get
yeah, we're like, no
hardcore
parkour. We were
Wait,
doing-
hardcore parkour. I don't know how we did it. It was just like really. It was really just. It was very.
was very
we even
funny.
got some people who was like, oh, you know, and it's like we're the main attraction of this maze.
Yeah, we said
He's
that.
like, oh, you know, and they're like, this is the best thing. I remember Lachlan jumped from one hay to the next. He's like, and one person's like, that's the best thing I ever saw in this maze.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah.
do it. And I was like, I'm gonna eat it. And I did it, and the thing nearly fell over, but
Yeah.
it was so worth it.
And it was just so funny. You would just be on top saying, yeah, ladies and guns. You better get. Oh, I'll punch you
Okay.
right in the schnoz.
Yeah. And they were all
Except that
loving
one
it.
child and her parent that just walked away.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she was kind of like she had a kid, like a baby kid. and
They
we
were
all
just yelling
yeah,
in
yeah, she
Australian
was-
accents. That was what.
Like it was
It
a
was
heavy
very
accent,
heavy,
too.
right? To the point where like you could grab pieces of it, but still couldn't understand it.
Yeah. Like it wasn't just the accent, it was like
You were using
also
words. It's
the
like,
slang.
alright.
We're
I forgot
like
what was the slang we used.
yeah.
He's like, oh, you bastard, you blue kid. You kangaroo push. You 4 foot by dung pine. It was. You
Yeah.
black. Boy, you bloody. Yeah, that's what we did. And
Yeah, and it was pretty fun. But we
we
also
also
went
went
on
on
a
train
train
and that
ride.
was originally supposed to be for like 5-year-olds.
Yeah,
We were
but
gamers.
we
Yeah, I have
think
a
we
video. We
of
were
it.
gamers.
We were
just
gamers.
I have a video of it. I still have a video. And it was just like, yeah. I remember you saying like you're gonna throw up on the train ride.
No, that was a joke because I still felt kind of carsick, but like there was just smoke coming in my face.
Oh,
It was like it wasn't even smoke, it was smog. I was like
my
lungs.
lungs!
My 5-year-old child lungs are
And
burning.
I remember the conductor must have been so pissed at us because when we went through the tunnel, we just yelled "Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel!" I didn't know the conductor was like, "God damn it! Destroy these kids!"
I better be getting paid. They better be tipping me so much right now.
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
There
We
was
didn't.
also this haunted house. It was a really bad haunted house, but
No, it's because
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one was
no one was
working there
working.
at the time. But we just snuck in for free. All right. Hopefully no police are watching this.
don't worry, my demographic is either
because,
80-year-olds or 5-year-olds. Or neither.
Or
just
neither.
nobody.
That's the most believable. So yeah, we kind of got our money back for the train because you had to
Yeah.
buy tickets for it, right? And we bought tickets for the train, of course. And when we bought the tickets, we were we it was $5, I think, which was the price of everything. So we were like, all right, we're gonna do what's called a pro gamer move. Are you dead?
Yes.
Okay. So we're doing a pro gamer move, and we decided, well, let's get our money back from that train ride. So then we're like, hey, that haunted house kind of sucked. So then they're like, yeah, no one's worrying there. You can just have the money for your ticket back. But we didn't buy a ticket. We didn't buy a ticket, guys.
See, that's not the most interesting part
So
of the
we.
story. The most interesting part was when we actually went inside the haunted house. And I've never been inside a haunted house. And then and we were going around. I remember midway, I'm like, I'm almost
trying to
5.
sacrifice me.
Yeah, I forgot what I said. I think it was like 5'4". I'm a 5'4" Filipino man, square up. And then Logan joined in. He's like, yeah, yeah. And then turned out no one was there. There was nobody there.
Yeah, dude, we were so ready for someone to just run at us, and we would like beat their ass.
Yeah. Bruce, we're gonna make you have a bad time. And we kept on saying these taunts and everything, but no one was there, and we just looked stupid.
I mean, we didn't look stupid to anyone
no one
because
was
no one was there.
I hope they didn't have like a recording or anything, because then we would actually look stupid.
We would never look
I
stupid.
never look stupid. But yeah, that's what we did in the haunted house. And then after that, I grabbed myself the first time. Alright, was a Sprite in a glass bottle, and I was like, I was just stunned. Alright, because I'm not.
Sprite makes you short or something.
But you know, I was just stunned. Alright, because I wasn't allowed to have Sprite in a bottle. Alright, not even. Period. Alright, I wasn't allowed to have soda. I was like, Puggers. And yeah, I'm done.
Oh, you're done?
I actually still have the bottle with me, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, you're such a loser.
Cool. I found the concept of the bottle so cool because I played Fallout, and there was this thing called Nuka-Colas, and they looked so cool. I'm like, I wish I could do something. I wish I could drink something like that. But and it was like, oh no, and I was like, I'm grabbing this because I had my own money. I'm grabbing this. I'm grabbing this because I saw it, and it was I think it was the last one. I'm pretty sure. And it was great. It was a great time. I had a great time.
Yeah, I got a creamsicle.
It was a great time. Besides the part where
Everyone bailed on us and Gavin confessed his love.
you typed that on my phone, and I wasn't gonna deal with that until I got back home. God damn it. Because I knew that if I tried to justify that when he texted it, I would have just spent like most of the time trying to justify it, going back and forth.
I mean, we did get her to stop there. I did get her to stop texting.
I would prefer it if you just said something about Nazis or something, or how I'm in the Union. You know, that also works.
How you're in that one cult that you
That
are
one
in.
cult that I was in.
That,
That I am.
that you are in currently and that you've always have been in.
So I've never been in a cult. I have that is a joke.
I'm just
It
kidding.
is just joke.
No, I'm not.
Asthma.
Gave me asthma.
Listen to this song.
I like how this started off as the future of your channel.
It
A
wasn't
very
a
serious
very-
stream. You're playing
I'm
sad
not playing
music.
sad music. I'm playing Riverside. Right? I just like.
I think your cousin or something typed in chat like, Gavin, are you good?
No, it's just like you're good. Cause oh yeah, he said that he found my channel. Alright, this is the thing, right? So he found my channel and he's like, oh, this is so cool. And then he was like, yeah, I just do this for fun and everything. He's like, I'm gonna subscribe, and I'm like, okay, cool, go ahead. I'm not gonna stop you. Don't stop it.
Stop it.
No, I was like, okay, that's cool. No. And yeah, that's him. It was like, yeah, dude, because this is the first stream that he's watched live. This was a bad intro. This is a bad intro. But yeah, I think this stream, it was mainly just gonna be, hey, I'm gonna move to Twitch, but I'll occasionally upload on this channel if I really feel like it. And then
Yeah, summertime.
yeah, because it's summertime, and I
Summertime.
think that this this stream was like very long overdue. I should have done it like earlier, but I just didn't have the time, and I wasn't.
Also, it's summer now. We have 2
2.5
months of.
Of-
Yeah. We have
Yeah.
a lot of time. And we do what
Yeah.
we want.
We were just getting. I'm gonna be honest, guys. The work they had us do was just like 5 essays in like 2 weeks, and it was just like, okay, that's great. And you could see why making a video when you had 5 essays to do would be a little bit difficult. But now that we're in the summertime, it's gonna be a lot easier to make videos. But like I said in the first half, is that even though it's easier, I'm not gonna do many of them because I don't have the software. I'm not. My phone is good, right? My phone is fine, but it's not what I want it to be. It's not as good as I want it to be. Like if you can see on like me and Lachlan, we have our own channels. I've linked yours in the description of one of my videos. But we started off playing B-Hop, which is a game that he introduced me to. And I decided, hey, I'm gonna record this for my YouTube video, or my YouTube channel. I'm gonna dub over some music over it. And that video did so well. It did amazing for what it was. And Lachlan was like, I'm gonna do that too. I'm like, go ahead. And he's like, how do I do it? So then I just taught him how to edit stuff on like his phone or his iPad. Like, yeah, use this, yeah, just do that. Whoa, there he goes. I think it was his bedtime. But yeah, that's how we started, and we're here. Oh man, any more stories that I want to tell you guys? Let's see. Any more stories that I want to tell you guys? Or should I just end this stream here? I want to do more independent streams. It's like another reason why I didn't upload a lot or stream a lot was because the only time I would be streaming is when me and Lachlan would be playing on a server, where we had the whole group on a server, and we we didn't do that much the past 2 months. I didn't want to stream on my own because I didn't know what to, I don't know what to do when I'm streaming on my own. Because the only thing that I can do while streaming on my own is tell stories. And you guys heard a lot of stories today. So I'll have to think about what I'm gonna do for when I'm streaming alone. Maybe just like because when I'm playing games, I don't usually commentate at all, and I think I could do it if I wanted to. So I might start doing that instead of just telling you guys stories while playing Minecraft. But yeah, that's the reason why. There's another reason. There's a good amount of reasons on why I haven't been streaming a lot. The biggest ones were didn't want to do independent streams and school. So yeah, don't expect videos like actual the videos I used to do. What was the last edited video that I did? I don't remember. Was it my B-Hop one? No, it was my Wonder. Yeah, it was the. Never use Wondershare. Alright? No matter what people tell you, don't use it. You'll have to pay to get rid of the watermark. And it would. God. I hated that watermark. I spent so much time editing that video and everything. Vienna. God, this is but yeah, that really got me down. And editing my videos, it was like, oh man, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to edit my videos anymore because I don't want another watermark, you know. I don't want another watermark where I spend another incident where I spend 2 weeks making a video, and then suddenly, no, it just turns out bad, and I have to pay to get rid of a watermark, or I have to pay to actually download it, and that just really, it really just discouraged me from editing my videos that much, because I just didn't want to spend time. I just didn't want to spend time editing those videos, and then for it to just be like, oh, you have to remove a watermark, or oh, you gotta pay a certain fee to actually download this. I'm like, oh, god damn it, dude. If only you told me this earlier. I can up my music now that he's not here.
And that's something that I can't do. What I can do is spit the truth, and it all leads back to you.
Hold on. But yeah. That's mainly the reason why I stopped doing edited videos and moved to streaming. And since I'm moving to streaming, I thought, no, why not move to Twitch? Cause I could do the thing where it's short videos, and I just do the video, the short videos, or try to get recognition on YouTube. It's just so I decided, hey, let's just do Twitch. Let's just, should I leave my Twitch in the description? Probably, but it's the same thing as my YouTube. If you want to check it out, I'll have to get my settings ready for Twitch, because to be honest, I totally forgot to upload this. I totally forgot to do the stream, and my settings are all wonky, so that's why everything's just super bad. How long have we been streaming for? 2 hours stream. God, I don't have my end screen. Endings. No, it's just the ends. Oh god. It's just, I don't have my whole setup. I had all my God. Alright, I'll have to fix that when I do Twitch. But yeah, if you guys want to check me out on Twitch, it's the same thing as my YouTube. I'm gonna be streaming there from now on. Yeah, that's basically it. You know, it'd be really cool if I could just like, pop off on Twitch. But no, popping off on YouTube is a little bit harder, in my opinion, because of the content I make. The content I make is like just streams, and the only reason I did just these streams was like again, VODs. I love to keep my VODs up, but I'm gonna let go of that. So yeah, this was the whole stream. Don't expect uploads for a long time. I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. Schedule? I have none. And yeah, that's just gonna be the stream. I don't have an ending soon thing.